Grief is sometimes like an ocean. It comes on in waves, ebbing and flowing. Sometimes the water is calm, and sometimes it's overwhelming. All we can do is learn to swim. For children, child psychologists say navigating the waves of grief looks different than adults, mainly because kids are still developing their understanding of death.
A child may express grief through behaviors, not words, and they may act out their feelings rather than talking. To help children work through the deep personal loss, the Dougy Center in Portland, Oregon provides them with what staff members call a safe haven where grief is normal. Children are encouraged to talk and play with each other and share their experiences in the process.
One of those kids, a preteen girl who lost her father when she was just 6 years old, found comfort, healing, and common ground when she went to the center.
Reporter Ezra Kaplan shows us how she now inspires other children and adults to find understanding after loss.
The first place I sat was right here, like on the first day that I came in.
At 11 years old, Lula Olivaria-Poor already has wisdom beyond her years.
I'm in middle school right now, so there's a lot of little dramas, and now that causes like a lot of big emotions, and I know how to deal with the big emotions, and when it's appropriate to really like have big emotions.
Emotions like sadness, joy, and grief.
Do you think that your experience with grief has changed as you've gotten older?
Of course. Back a few years ago, I didn't quite understand everything, and now I know that it's okay to process however I need to, and that my dad's dead, and that's okay because everyone's parents die at some point, and it just happened a little earlier for me.
Just sitting here, you met a friend almost immediately.
Yeah, she was sitting right there. My dad died of leukemia when I was 6 years old.
You miss him a lot.
Yeah.
Lula is one of the 6 million U.S. children who lose a parent or sibling before graduating from high school. That's 1 in every 18 kids. At the Dougy Center in Southeast Portland, these kids and their families are given space and support to process their grief.
It's just such an amazing place where I get to talk about anything I need to. Anything that involves grief, it's fine here. Like, it's just such a warm, welcoming place, especially for kids like me. Because at school, there's not a lot of people I can relate to, but here, everyone has gone through something similar, and I can just talk to them freely without like censoring what I say because they might not understand.
Have you been able to kind of pass on any of the experiences that you've had to other kids?
Of course, like younger kids, older kids even, who are really in the thick of it, like of grief. I've been able to like help them. I've been able to comfort them, and if they want to talk about it, we can talk about it, and I don't force them to talk about it. I love this little tree. You can put messages into the frog.
At the Dougy Center, a circular hallway connects playrooms, each designed for different age groups and different expressions. One room has musical instruments. Another has a child-sized theater. Then there's the volcano room, where it's safe to express more explosive feelings. When Lula first visited 5 years ago, she was drawn to the hospital room.
I remember being in this bed a lot because me and my friend always liked to, like, one of us was the patient, one of us was the doctor, because both of our dads were kind of like always in the hospital. So it's kind of comforting to be able to like have a safe space where it's okay to like, because hospitals are normal, but for us they weren't.
While the Dougy Center doesn't offer formal therapy, healing is baked into every inch of the space.
Do you think that the Dougy Center is going to keep playing a role in your life?
Of course. It's always going to play a role in my life in that it helped me get through something really, really extremely hard in my life.
A refuge for grief in Portland, living up to its mission of being the right place when nothing feels right.
When talking about grief and death or expressing condolences to a child, some may find it difficult to find the right words. Dougy Center Executive Director Brennan Woods says the most important thing that you can do is talk openly and be there to listen.
It's okay to not know what to say, and it's also okay to say, I don't know what to say, but I love you and I'm here for you. People are different, and some kids and families are really gonna wanna talk about it. Some might not wanna talk about it as much. And so I'd say, especially when it comes to kids, follow their lead and also let them know that you are a safe person to come to when they do wanna talk about it.
You can contact the National Alliance for Children's Grief for resources and support near you. Just go to their website, nacg.org, for more information.